It is a scar on the history of civilization, a phantom pain felt by every scholar who gazes upon the ruins of the ancient world. We often speak of lost treasures and forgotten empires, but few losses sting as profoundly as the destruction of the great library of Alexandria. What truly perished in those flames, and what might the world look like today had those scrolls survived? The library, established in the 3rd century BCE under the Ptolemaic dynasty, was more than just a storage facility. It was the intellectual heart of the Hellenistic world, a place where the greatest minds converged. Imagine a single repository holding nearly everything known to humanity at that time, spanning philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. It is estimated that at its zenith, the collection contained hundreds of thousands of papyrus scrolls, potentially exceeding 500,000 volumes. These volumes weren't mere copies. They included the unique foundational works of figures whose names we still whisper with reverence: Archimedes, Euclid, and Hipparchus. Think of the astronomical models developed by Ptolemy, the detailed maps of the known world, and the complete histories of cultures that are now only fragments in archaeology. If we consider the work of Ctesibius of Alexandria, who pioneered pneumatics and hydraulics, what revolutionary engineering principles were documented and then erased? We might have lost comprehensive texts on mechanics that could have accelerated the Industrial Revolution by centuries, or medical treatises far exceeding the sophistication of early modern European medicine. Some scholars posit that crucial knowledge about advanced shipbuilding, precise timekeeping devices, and even theoretical physics lay within those fragile rolls. The setback to scientific progress is incalculable, pushing the rediscovery of certain concepts into the Renaissance and beyond. For example, the accurate calculation of the Earth's circumference by Eratosthenes, a director of the library, relied on instruments and records that may have later been destroyed, forcing subsequent generations to start from scratch. This suggests that the loss wasn't just aesthetic or literary. It was a devastating amputation of applied scientific knowledge. However, the narrative of a single catastrophic burning event is largely a historical myth, romanticized to give the tragedy a neat conclusion. The reality is far messier, involving a protracted, centuries-long decline marked by multiple acts of neglect, decay, and deliberate destruction by various rulers and religious factions. Julius Caesar's conflict in 48 BCE certainly damaged the adjacent royal fleet and potentially the buildings containing the scrolls, but it was not the complete annihilation often depicted. Later events, including the attacks under Aurelian in the 3rd century CE and the closure of intellectual institutions under early Christian rule, contributed to the slow, agonizing dissipation of the collection. The library did not die in a single spectacular bonfire, but rather faded away through systemic neglect and the constant erosion of funding and intellectual freedom. Understanding this slow death changes the nature of the tragedy. It wasn't one grand, unavoidable disaster, but rather a series of cultural failures. The myths surrounding its burning often simplify the intricate interplay of political rivalry, religious zealotry, and economic decline that ultimately silenced this great voice of antiquity. What remains is the powerful, haunting question of what theoretical frameworks, what philosophical insights, and what practical inventions were lost forever, trapping us in a perpetual state of catch-up. Every time we encounter an intellectual bottleneck in a historical study or struggle to decipher an obscure ancient text, we are reminded of the void left by Alexandria. We can only speculate on the advanced geometry or the comprehensive biological classifications that vanished into the historical mists. If you are interested in plumbing the depths of history's greatest intellectual mysteries and exploring the lost worlds of our past, then you need to visit our channel. Make sure to subscribe to Curiosity Repo for more deep dives into the knowledge humanity nearly forgot.